I'm Barbara Smith Hensley, and I attended Parkway High School when there was only one Parkway High School, and I am from the class of 1966.
Great. So, can you tell me what's your favorite high school memory?
Oh, I have so many. I think my favorite is the first day of school. I walked in my junior year. I'd never moved in my life. School was in session, and I walked in with my parents, and we walked into the office, and I was so fortunate because the principal, Al Burr, was the one who onboarded me to high school. So we sat there and talked a little while, and then, he gave me the map and everything, and he said, and my parents said, well, do you want us to walk with you? And Al said, oh, you don't need to walk with her. She's tenacious. She's going to be just fine. And so I walked down that hall. I walked into my first class, Mr. Philip Graham's social studies class, and Mr. Philip Graham was very proper. He turned to me and he said, and who are you? And I kind of went, oh. And I said, well, I'm Barbie Smith. And he said, oh, Miss Smith, where are you from? And the class is kind of teetering, and I don't know why that is. And he says, where are you from? And I just went, well, I'm from Dumas, Texas, and I have to tell you that Parkway High School is bigger than the whole town of Dumas, Texas. And he said, well, now how are you going to adapt to Parkway High School? And I said, I knew everyone in Dumas, Texas, so I think I just have to get busy and meet everyone at Parkway High School. My Parkway education helped me in many ways, but the one that comes to mind the most and the most often is the biology club and Jimmy James. I was fortunate that in that desire to get to know everyone in the high school, I joined the biology club, and she had an enormous impact on my life. She didn't teach me how to be a leader. She recognized that I already was a leader, and she showed me by her actions, not by her words, what it means to be a leader.
So what is your career field now?
My career field now is, and the step before where I am now was I was in the C-suite of a Fortune 500 company and very successful business career. And then life took its course, and I lost both my sisters to breast cancer and my mother. So I had a decision to make. And I decided it was time to leave that corporate career and do something to make a difference. So my career now is I am the founder visionary of the Hope Chest for Breast Cancer, which has been around for 16 years.
So obviously your career choice for your latest career was due to love and compassion and family. But in your earlier careers, was there a Parkway educator that spurred you to go in that direction?
My career went many different paths, so I don't think there's a particular Parkway leader that said, go join the business world. But there were Parkway leaders that said, you can do anything you want to do, Barbara. Just go do it.
What would your advice to a student that doesn't know particularly what they want to do, what would you say to them?
I would say get your education. Even if you don't have a direction that says, I'm going to be an engineer, I'm going to be a doctor, get that liberal arts education because it will stay with you for the rest of your life. And then follow your dreams and recognize the opportunities when they knock.
Now there are two different areas to this question. Life lessons that you would share, or funny aha moments that you would share.
There were a lot of aha moments in my life. And I'm a storyteller. So let me tell you a quick story. If you would envision a woman, a young woman, getting her treatment and getting her chemo, the drip going right then, and then suddenly just these big alligator tears are rolling down her cheeks, and she just starts sobbing, and the nurse comes over obviously and says, are you hurting? Are you in pain? Are you blistering? I can't make it go away, but let me help you. I can make it better. And the young woman just says, no, that's not it. And the nurse says, well, what is it? And the young woman says, I was making it as a single mom. I got breast cancer. I lost my job because chemo made me too sick. I have this $86 electric bill, and I cannot pay it. And the social worker called me this morning and said they're taking my kids if they turn my power off. I don't know what to do. And that nurse right there on the spot can say, give me your electric bill. The Hope Chest will pay it tomorrow. So I'm the founder visionary of the Hope Chest. And I'm at a point now where I'm stepping back and other people are really running the Hope Chest. I'm still involved. I'm still that visionary. But at some point, you're going to find me and my husband, Jay, rocking in our rocking chairs on our son Jason's front porch. That'll be January. And in February, we'll be in our son Will's front porch because they don't have a choice in this. That decision was made by me. That's where we'll be, rocking in our rocking chairs. And we'll have our great-grandchildren, we live a long time, we're going to have our great-grandchildren gathered around us, and they're going to look up at me, and they're going to go, Gan, what did you do? And I'm going to say, I had the most amazing opportunity to work with these fantastic people at the Hope Chest for Breast Cancer. And with those innocent eyes, they're going to look up at me, and they're going to say, Gan, what's breast cancer? Because the real vision of a visionary is that by the time our great-grandchildren are here, we will have found a way to stop breast cancer, and they will never have heard of it. Life is a series of decisions, and what we decide to do makes a difference. And as teachers, what those teachers decided to do as they worked with me 50 years ago at Parkway was they gave me good examples. They gave me leadership examples. They inspired me to know that when I talk to someone, to be kind, to give good advice, but to be kind because it makes a difference in how you say something. And I am very, very thankful for that advice.